Hello, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers, bringing you news and information from people making a difference in our communities. I'm Beverly Weaver, and joining me now is Johnny Langland, President, Director of Flight Operations for Footprints in the Sky. Welcome, Johnny.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
Let's talk a little bit about your unique organization, because this really offers a service that you don't hear about very often. What does Footprints in the Sky do?
Footprints in the Sky provides flights throughout the country, medical in nature, to people who perhaps are physically unable to tolerate an airline type flight, may not have the insurance to cover an air ambulance, and leaving them in a position where they may have to bear the brunt of the burden of paying for an air ambulance. And these can be very expensive. We, in the flights we've done for the last 15 years, the flight cost, had they had to pay for these flights, would have been between $20,000 and $60,000. So you have, jet charter is expensive. We avail ourselves of airplanes that are $2,000 to $8,000 an hour, charter aircraft. When you add the medical care component,
huge.
With a flight nurse and any other type of equipment they may put on board, it becomes dramatically, the increase is
prohibitive for some families.
Yes, absolutely.
15 years. How many people have you been able to help in that period of time?
We've done approximately about 24 flights in the 15 years. This has been because we have just become a 501 corporation, so in the last year or so. Prior to that, our concentration was on our flight operations out of Centennial Airport, and I have been sort of entrenched in business aircraft as a pilot, teacher, manager, consultant. So when we help people over the last 15 years, it was from a personal aspect. Someone asking for help, a friend, a family member, and so every few months we might do a flight. So as opposed to,
you're really ramping up to try and make this a very good service provided to a lot of different people. So in terms of the goals that you have for the rest of this year and into 2011, tell me what you really want to focus on with Footprints in the Sky.
They're threefold, and I think number one, like all nonprofits, we need to look at fundraising. And I think in this economic condition, climate, all the traditional means of funding plus being very creative. Number two, we need to disseminate the information, as we hadn't done this on purpose, for several years.
Exactly.
Now the hospitals, the medical community, doctors need to know we're there, so we're very focused on that and intent. Our third goal would be to acquire an airplane through a partnership investor that is based at Centennial Airport with us, so that we can provide a flight for life type function where people who call us and need immediate assistance, who cannot wait 2 or 3 days for us to pair them up with the flights that are available to us now, and that's several hundred flights a day, we need to be able to respond to the people who, I need your help right now, maybe in the next 24 hours. And
that can be a situation where, as we discussed, perhaps a transplant patient, perhaps somebody who needs a dramatic surgery. You mentioned a case where it was a mother calling about her child. There are some people who need the service that quick, right?
Well, they do, and whether it's prohibitive to with the insurance or to take care of a flight like that, we've actually, in cases where we've flown people, we've been told, if you had not helped us, and there are other organizations doing the same thing, so I'm not trying to isolate us as holier than thou type of thing, but there is a need, and the people we've helped have come back and said, without your help we couldn't have got there. So, and the medical community needs to know this is there.
And that's one thing you're really working on, is to get the doctors and clinics to realize that this is a service that you can help them get the patient to the place they need to be to get the treatment.
We have, to date, we've gotten people to the Mayo Clinic, St. Jude's Children's Hospital, Scripps, to John Hopkins. So we've accessed the major medical communities, centers throughout the nation. But when, you and I were talking at the Mayo Clinic, when I had a chance to meet with them, and them advising me, so this kind of service, there's a lot of times we cannot get our patients to our hospital to help them.
So much need,
Yes.
Where can people go to get more information, Johnny?
We have a website at footprintsflights, all one word, .org. And that would also present you with the phone numbers. Our phone number out at Centennial Airport, where we're based, is 303-799-0461.
Good information. Johnny Langland, President and Director of Flight Operations for Footprints in the Sky. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver.